Hello, nerds. Welcome to Geek Theory, the only show on the internet that turns those what's to whys, and after that, well, we really can't do anything. Boys ahead for WandaVision. I gave you this warning. It's the only one you're getting. Let's get started. WandaVision's taking the internet by storm at the moment, and it's the only show that leaves you more questions after watching it than Inception and Tenet combined. In episode 5 of WandaVision, we're introduced to Pietro, who was killed off in Age of Ultron for being shot.
You didn't see that coming?
But the only problem is that Pietro isn't played by Aaron Taylor Johnson. No, not at all. He's played by Evan Peters, Quicksilver from the X-Men universe. And actually this had us all shouting, all gasping at our screens saying, what? How could it possibly be that Peter Maximoff arrived in Wanda's hex? Or he could be under control, or possibly not be even real. This is what we're trying to answer in this episode of Geek Theory. Multiple times throughout episode 6, Pietro makes reference to not remembering things or certain events, or calling them differently, or as he says, a fuzzy recollection. This adds on to the fact of Pietro being fake or entirely not real because Harry recalls dying. Being shot for no reason is a big no to him being real, as Pietro in Age of Ultron distinctly died while saving Hawkeye and a child. Of course, doing something that heroic would be for a reason. An Age of Ultron Pietro will not call it no reason either. Honestly, the only person that could think like this is immature Peter Maximoff within the X-Men universe. His immaturity is also shown for episode 6 from destroying pumpkins, stealing candy, spraying people with silly strings, and blaming things on Wanda's children. Let's get on to the actual bulk of the theory, shall we? In episode 4, we interrupt this program, we find that everyone's that is a character in the sitcom is played by a real living person, whether it be under Agatha's control or not. We see this Herb in episode 3 with him being under Agatha's control, but still being a real person underneath the magic he is under. This is the exact same of how she controlled Pietro, or Peter, as explained in episode 8, with her possessing him and being able to hear through his ears and see through his eyes. But she also does show interest in Wanda's powers. She said she was waiting for her to do them. I mean, she could not control powers people had when they were near Wanda. So how could Pietro, or Peter, be able to use his super speed around the house or neighborhood? The only answer being that the person that Wanda or Agatha recast Pietro for was actually X-Men Quicksilver who could harness his powers being under control or not. Here are some other pieces of evidence for this little theory. Everyone in Westview still looks the same no matter their character, except to include outfits and hairstyles shown by Herb and Monica in the 80s episode. Same with being Pietro. Everyone in Westview still has the same accent, nationality, and voice, despite being in New Jersey. Pietro is supposed to have a Slovakian accent, but it's the exact same tone of voice and accent as Peter from X-Men. In the episode 7 post-credits scene,
Snoopers gonna snoop.
his outfit's the same style of outfit in X-Men, hoodie and jacket and a stylish shirt. Despite being entirely psychedelic and hipster-like, it does look like what someone in that usual outfit would put together if they had limited choice. Same when he first arrives at Westview, leather jacket, stylish shirt, fitting with the time period of the sitcom and being like his outfit normally. So what if Pietro was recast? Wanda looks someone for the same skill set, manners, and even the same power, and she happens to stumble across Peter. If you're thinking, but Jovi, X-Men the MCU are in different universes, how about this? In episode 7, the advertisement in that episode is called Nexus, an antidepressant nicknamed after the multiverse, and the tagline being, get back to where you came from, wherever it might be. What if Wanda's powers used the Nexus to bring Peter from the X-Men universe to hers? Also, the multiverse was introduced in Far From Home, even though Mysterio turned out to be evil, and that was a lie, but it was still established. Finally, in episode 7 post-credits, Pietro catches Monica snooping around,
Snoopers gonna snoop.
but was completely unfazed by the outfit she was wearing, and it now even her newfound powers. So obviously Peter broke free from her control because Wanda decided to let him leave as she told the children he is not your uncle anymore, forgetting about the control he was under. And even if Agatha was keeping him under control, she was preoccupied with Wanda in episode 8, trying to gain information from her by showing her past life. It means she was unable to keep up the control/possession that Peter was under. But hey, that's just a theory, a geek theory. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below what was your favourite part, or if you even have a new theory that you have, put it down below. And cut.